Beyond the Illusion of High Value Man. Chapter 1. The Modern Mirage. Look around you. We live in an era obsessed with labels. Everywhere you look, someone is selling a blueprint on how to become a high-value man. They tell you it's about the metrics, the net worth, the tailored suit, the physical frame, the lifestyle that commands envy. So you did the work. You optimized your routine. You hit the gym. You put on the armor of success. But when the sun goes down and you are left alone with your thoughts, the armor starts to feel hollow. Let's be entirely honest. If you still find yourself constantly checking your phone for validation, if a delayed text message sends a wave of anxiety through your chest, if a passing insult or a piece of internet drama ruins your entire day, then the title you've given yourself is an illusion. You aren't a high-value man. Not yet. You are a man playing a character. You have built an impressive exterior, but inside you are still a leaf caught in a hurricane. You are still letting a chaotic world dictate exactly how you feel. If your peace of mind depends on external applause, you aren't a leader. You are a hostage. You have handed the remote control of your emotions to the crowd. Hear this clearly. A truly powerful man doesn't look outward for validation because he is permanently anchored from within. To build an unbreakable mind, we must look to the ancient blueprint of Stoicism. Chapter 2. The Trap of External Devotion. Why do we fall into this trap? Why does a man who seemingly has everything still crave the cheap dopamine of attention? Human nature is wired to seek approval. But today, that survival mechanism has been weaponized against us. We mistake attention for respect and visibility for value. The modern landscape tells you that if you accomplish something and don't broadcast it, it didn't happen. Think about the sheer exhaustion of that existence. You are constantly monitoring the horizon, trying to read the room, trying to anticipate how people will react to you. When they smile, you feel high. When they ignore you, you crash. Epictetus, a man who rose from slavery to become one of the greatest Stoic minds in history, diagnosed this exact sickness thousands of years ago. He said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" Look at the profound weight of that mindset. Epictetus didn't get angry. He didn't write a long defense. He smiled at his own flaws and moved on. The truth is simple. If you can be easily angered, you can be easily manipulated. If you can be easily manipulated, you are not free. Chapter 3. Defining the Stoic High Value Man. So, let us redefine the term. What is a Stoic High Value Man? He is not defined by what he owns, but by what owns him, which is absolutely nothing. He is the calm in the absolute center of the storm. Instead of wasting his life trying to control the world, he focuses entirely on mastering his own mind. He does not chase attention because he recognizes it as a fleeting, unstable currency. To build your life on the opinions of others is to build a fortress on shifting sand. Instead, the Stoic builds his fortress on a foundation of granite. His value is derived from 4 core virtues. He doesn't need to suck the oxygen out of the room. He doesn't need to brag about his achievements. He is comfortable with silence. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome and the most powerful man of his era, wrote these words to himself: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." If the Emperor of Rome needed to practice self-control every single morning, what makes you think you can afford to let your guard down? Chapter 4. The 4 Pillars of the Unshakable Man. To transition from a man who chases validation to a man who is entirely self-contained, you must implement the 4 pillars of the unshakable mind. Pillar 1. The dichotomy of control. Every morning, draw an uncompromising line down the middle of your life. On one side, place what you cannot control, other people's moods, the economy, or whether someone texts you back. These are indifferent things. On the other side, place what you can control, your thoughts, your discipline, and your actions. Pour 100% of your energy into your side of the line and completely detach your happiness from the other. Pillar 2. Voluntary discomfort. Comfort has made our minds incredibly soft. To counter this, voluntarily introduce hardship. Take cold showers. Fast occasionally. Turn off your phone for a weekend. Push your body to exhaustion in training. By practicing discomfort, you prove to your subconscious that you do not need luxury to be complete. Pillar 3. Mastering the gap. Between any stimulus and your response, there is a tiny fraction of a second. The average man receives an insult and instantly reacts with anger. He collapses the gap. The Stoic man owns the gap. When chaos hits, he steps back, observes the emotion, and asks cold-bloodedly, "Does reacting to this serve my character?" If the answer is no, he lets the emotion pass like water over smooth stone. Pillar 4. The cultivation of anonymity. The modern world screams, "Look at me." The Stoic screams, "Look at your work. Stop announcing your goals before you achieve them. Stop posting wins just for likes from people you don't even respect. Build your business, your body, and your mind in the dark. Let your results speak for you." Chapter 5. The daily discipline. Let us look at how this man actually lives. When he wakes up, he doesn't touch his phone for the first hour. He knows that checking notifications is an invitation for the world's chaos to hijack his brain. When he goes to work, he doesn't engage in petty gossip. If a colleague treats him unfairly, he doesn't take it personally. He recognizes that bad behavior is a reflection of that person's internal torment, not his own worth. When he enters a room, he isn't scanning to see who is looking at him. He is fully present. If he is rejected, he doesn't chase. If he is praised, he doesn't swell with pride. He treats both compliments and insults as empty noise. He treats his mind like a sacred temple, fiercely protective of what he allows inside. Chapter 6. The Ultimate Transformation. It is time to drop the superficial act. Stop chasing the cheap, fragile version of status that the world is trying to sell you. It is exhausting, it is unsustainable, and it will ultimately leave you empty. You do not need to prove your value to anyone. You do not need to win every argument. You do not need the world to bow down to you. The highest value man in any room is never the loudest one. It is not the one flashing his wealth, nor is it the one begging for a glance from the crowd. It is the man who can sit completely alone in a room, surrounded by a world on fire, and remain entirely untouched, entirely at peace, and completely master of his own soul. The matrix of attention is a trap. Break free from it. Stop looking outward. Look within. Be that man. Be a Stoic High Value Man.